Hey, how's it going? Hope you've been well. Today I'm going to be talking about my rooftop tent setup. So this is a video that's requested quite a bit on how I got my CVT going with my DiamondBack cover. Now this is a really sweet setup that allows everything in your bed to still be really secure with the DiamondBack cover. This thing, you can walk on it so you can get around and step on it when you're taking your tent off. So it's just kind of a really slick setup. It puts it at about the height of, you know, those kind of overlanding bars on an open bed. So overall, I just like it. The height allows me to get my dog in and out easier with the ladder and all that stuff. So it works well for me. And yeah, I'm just gonna be talking about kind of the setup. I'm gonna make a second part to this video, which is really just random clips tossed together of me camping this weekend. I didn't go camping expecting to film a video, but I brought my camera, and while I was out, I just figured I would throw some stuff together, kind of showing some random items that I use that kind of make camping a little more enjoyable. Also in that part two, I just took my drone out really for the first time ever flying it outside of my yard. I think only like the second or third time I've ever flown it. So there's some really crappy drone footage that I just threw in there because I have a drone and I figure I might as well start flying it. Anyway, we'll just kind of get into this setup. My truck, not a whole lot has changed aside from I added these racks onto my setup. So these actually bolt through into the DiamondBack cover. So you'll need to make sure you put these in an area that don't have cross members. You will have to drill permanent holes through it, but then you'll get racks. These are big, beefy racks though. So that means my tent's gonna go on top. I can load the back securely with stuff, still lockable. These racks are pretty tough. I put them further back rather than kind of in the middle. That way I could still have a pretty wide base. And any normal stuff that I'm gonna put on the rack, it can hang off the back. So I kind of wanted to put this as much towards the back as I could in case I needed to put longer things on the rack itself. So those are the racks on the DiamondBack cover. You can see how they mount, I guess, probably. It's this bolt and this bolt. So yeah, it does give clearance as well in case I needed to slide some things underneath the tent. So we'll get the tent loaded up now. So I'll back my truck back in here so I can just kind of slide this guy up onto these rails. Now while it's here, I just have it held with a paracord on the wall so that it's just kind of like up against the wall and it doesn't fall over. Sorry for my chickens in the background. And then I just keep a couple of the things on top. These are kind of just some wrenches that came with it that make it easy to put on and off, and then the mounting hardware. Then you have these guys that slide into the rails here. Now one goes on one side, one goes on the other side, and then this goes up here and secures it to the rail. So you want to ensure that you're level, so you can use blocks, like this is a 4x4 or a 4x6 might be better, or a couple 2x6s. And these are some blocks you can get on Amazon, I'll link to them. And you can kind of dial in exactly the height you need. But then that'll get you somewhat level on unlevel ground. in conclusion, I guess, the whole setup is really nice. It's not cheap and it's not for everyone. You need a place to store this thing when it's not in use or just on top 24/7. You need a pretty heavy duty rack system to put it on. These aren't going to work really on your just kind of standard little Yakima racks because the rating on those things really isn't up to par for this. This is one of the smaller, cheaper models, and I think it's still like 150 pounds ish. So that's something to take into consideration. It's really nice because you're up off the ground, you're you know, away from little critters, and you don't have to have a super level thing, and you don't have to worry about rocks. It has a mattress built in, which is really nice and makes sleeping super comfortable. It's great. I got it mostly for winter camping when I'm gonna go places that has like, you know, multiple feet of snow on the ground. I can't really just set up a tent as easily. So this just kind of comes in really convenient for those kind of situations. Now it's gonna be easier just to grab whatever ground tent you have and toss it in the back of your car and get out and go. This requires a little bit more planning as far as like the setup. Once it's on here, deploying it is really convenient and you have a really nice solid setup for when you are out camping. So yeah, that's just kind of summary, I guess, of the whole thing. I'm gonna go in a little bit deeper into some other stuff that I use in the second part of this video. So if you're interested in more info around kind of the whole trunk tent setup with my tailgate and everything that I have going on, feel free to watch part 2 of this video. And yeah, also take a second to hit that thumbs up. Get subscribed to the channel if you're not. I make videos about my trucks, but mostly it's about like guns and gear and EDC items and reviews and that kind of stuff. So if you're into that, get subscribed to the channel. All right, take it easy.